Well, wasn't that a perfect sunrise? A perfect sunrise and a perfect park up. Although a little bit of clouds rolled in now, a perfect sunrise and a perfect park up only deserves one thing: a perfect breakfast. So that's what we're going to go and cook now. Sausage meat, bacon, fried tomatoes, cup of tea, and there'll be fried eggs and toast as well. That's a perfect breakfast. What's the plan now we've had a nice breakfast?
To work it up. Over there.
Going up that path there to the top. It's about 6 miles ish, or depending what we do.
Where we go.
It could be 3 or 4 miles, it could be 6 miles. We'll see when we get there. First view of it from the road. It's a bit steep. Come down the road, you'll see the van, and we're just starting the climb. Bit of a scrambly track coming up. Just over there, there's a farm called Birchbank Farm, and if you don't like wild camping and you want to come to this area, the Western Lakes, that is an absolutely brilliant campsite. We've stayed on there a few times. Really nice, friendly owners. Quite basic, but there are showers, and not a bad price. And basically you're in the middle of nowhere, so it's brilliant for walking. And as you can see, that's the farm, and we're parked just over there.
We're going down now. That's it.
We're further up north now, so the heather's just beginning to come out at the very end of August.
So, quite a steep ascent, but we're at Blawith Knott now, or the summit of. A couple of cairns. This one just look at the view, I think, to be honest. So that's the view looking from the Dunnan estuary over to the peaks higher up in the lakes. Darrell's got to the top summit cairn. There's a bit of a breeze, you might hear on the it's not cool, it's quite a mild breeze. Here we are, the summit of Blawith Knott. Again, looking over to Morecambe Bay that way. So it just dropped off the summit of Blawith Knott, and we're just going along. I'm going along that ridge. I don't know whether you can see the path sort of going over there. There's some people on it ahead of us, up and over there, and aiming for Beacon Tarn, and see what time it is and how we're feeling when we get there, see where we go from there.
We're just coming up to the first tarn that's on our route today, and we expected a lot of the tarns that we see on this trip to be lower. This one's virtually dried up. In fact, it has dried up.
It's not got a name. It's not named. It's not big enough to be named on the map, but it is shown on the maps. There's no water here, obviously.
Obviously, this is going to be a relief for Nab. Look, he's actually paddling in the tarn that was. This really is a sign of the drought that's hit the country. You wouldn't really expect in the Lake District that things will be dried up to this extent. And we were just saying, weren't we? It looks like this one's been dried up for a while. So
where the grass has taken over. There's obviously when there is water, there's a bit of an island. Somebody's made an island out of the rocks and a little causeway.
but now, oh, tour.
This way.
We followed up the track by a horse and some dogs. So we just said hello to them. Quite a steep track. They did lead the horse up though, they didn't ride it up. And then, obviously a nice place to have a ride. Sorry, Bay, you're not paddling in this one. And what we didn't say before is this is Bank Holiday Monday, so a lot of the popular places in the Lake District and Cumbria will be absolutely rammed full of visitors. So we wanted to walk somewhere not too far from where we're parking up, and somewhere that we thought would be pretty quiet. And so far, it's proving to be that way, which is perfect.
Door. We'll take the high road. We're taking the high road. Come on, I'm coming. So now we're just coming up to Tottlebank Height and the summit of that one.
Lady Bay is climbing again.
She does like to get out on an outcrop trouble is, she doesn't really worry about the height that it's the drop. So we do sometimes, but yeah. So Tottlebank height.
And you know, at some point, we've got to say it, haven't we? Stunning views.
Looking down there to Coniston Water, I think that one is. As I said before, over there to Morecambe Bay. And this is Dudden Estuary. And the wind farms that we've seen before from Barrow out on the horizon. And again, looking into the peaks of the lakes, and I wish I knew what they were or where they were.
We said on the way up, looks a bit like Honister Slate Mine, but obviously we're miles away from there because that's up north.
Well, it's the other side of those, I'd have thought.
But the tracks look very similar.
Just down there somewhere, just there. You can see some quarry or something there, some works. And Bay always wants to be top dog. Again, we're just dropping off the height, the summit, and wending our way these little paths, and we're heading over there somewhere. We can see the path. I don't know, in the distance. I can't see where this one goes at the moment, but I think it just goes round and off.
Let's try something different. I've stuck the camera and the camera mount between my chest and the chest strap, so using it as a body cam just for a few different shots for a first person point of view rather than holding the camera. A bit of a windswept tree, or a lot of a windswept tree. On the video of Ulverston, we showed you the very start of the Cumbria Way, and this path here is part of it. This track we're just crossing now, but we're not following that, we're going up again.
First drop of water we've seen. The dog's taking advantage of it. And not so difficult to get over this time.
We've already shown you a few videos of this latest trip up into the lakes and Cumbria. But if you keep watching, we've got some more interesting places planned to visit over the next few days that you'll see over the next few weeks, including some unusual places, one of which you really wouldn't expect to find in this area. And we're spending a night sleeping somewhere else. We brought sleeping bags with us. But if you want to know what that is, unless you've already seen pictures on Instagram, you'll just have to wait and see. But it's not somewhere where we, or probably you, would expect us to sleep. All will be revealed. The route tells us to follow a path round, so you don't actually reach the summit. But us being us, we're here. We want to reach the summit. So I'm going to climb to the top and then probably scramble down the other side. My turn. Alright, show off. It is a scramble. Part of the fun. Ever mindful, me being me at this time of year, that there might be adders around. Not that I'm a doom and gloom merchant.
So we're just coming up to the top of Blawith Knott. I think that's the top there, to be fair. We're just coming to the top. This one. And there's the tarn we're aiming for, Beacon Tarn. Come, help me. So again, another cairn on the top here, denoting the summit. I'm looking down to the tarn.
Almost at the tarn now. I think they've got out, but there was somebody paddleboarding on it we saw when we were further up high.
Are you getting better? Just looking for a suitable place to dip our feet. I think it's either there where we've just dropped down to, or this little area here. Looks some of the nicer places. I think this was alright here, I think. The dogs think so, well, they think so anyway. Go on, babe.
Go on, babe.
Good boy, come on. Good boy, good boy. He's swimming, he's swimming. He'll either be kill or cure, he'll be either in it all the time.
Yeah.
Nap, come on. Nap.
Good boy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. But I will use your coat to dry myself. It's nice and warm, actually.
It is. Warmer down by your feet.
Do you think? Why, if you just weed?
No. Good girl.
Good girl. Pull me in. Pull me in.
What? You had hypothermia? Oh God.
Good girl.
Oh, you're a life dog. Good girl.
I'll do a good job with it, skinny dip. Didn't realise it was there.
The plan was for a skinny dip, but there's a lot more people around than we thought. It's very warm, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, come back.
Hey, this way. Good boy, Tor. Come on then. Tor. So that was a really nice swim. But the things you don't expect is a bunch of ladies. What are you doing? Come here, dogs.
Yeah, how cruel. The dogs. Oh, sausage.
No, come here, come here. So what are you doing, ladies?
Alan's getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
This is our it's our hen party.
What a lovely place for a hen party.
Yeah, this is the start of our hen do.
It's our favourite place.
Very good.
To relieve us of some quiche.
Yes.
What a fantastic,
Carry it back.
what a fantastic meal.
Well,
So-
do feel free to have a piece.
Oh, thank you. So are you going to have a dip as well? Brilliant.
But we decided we'd have to have food and drink first.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. So, oh well, congratulations. Hope it all goes well. And lovely to meet you.
And you.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at the dogs. Look.
What he didn't ask is your names. Oh, where are we? Your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. And you get it when are you married? When's it?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes.
Wow. And this has been brought up the hill. What amazing. And it is one piece. Amazing.
More importantly, the bottles are in one piece.
All the best anyway.
Definitely. Thank
Where are you from?
Oh, we're just all local.
Local. Right. Okay. Well, congratulations and well done.
Just leaving the Tarn now. Don't think we'll be filming much more because you've seen the walk here, and it's just walking back a slightly different way, but around the other side of this hill. That was a nice swim. And fancy meeting a hen party up here. Something different. Like we always say, you never know what you're going to get when you come out on a trip with us. So we'll head back to the van now. By the time we get there, it'll be time for tea.
So we dropped down quite a bit off the tops now. We've just got to wend our way round. I think there's still a bit of climbing to do at some point to get us back over to the van. We'll see where we get to. Go on, mate. So we dropped off the fells and we're on a green lane, and we've been on along here in the Land Rovers a couple of times because it's near Birchbank Farm and it goes over to Coniston Water. But the sat-nav when we've had friends joining us at Birchbank, the sat-nav has brought them this way. And were they in a caravan?
They were in a caravan.
They were in a caravan.
They weren't
So,
pleased.
no, but that was their sat nav, not our directions. But we know roughly where we are now. Don't know whether we're going to have to look at the map, see whether we're going to cut across the hill or walk round the lanes back to the van.
All the land round here now belongs to Birchbank Farm, and we got to know the farmer quite well when we used to stay on his campfield, and he was telling us once how he's land rich, cash poor. When he needs to buy a new tractor, he goes to the bank and mortgages a bit of his land and gets the money that way to buy a new tractor.
Right.
He's farmed the land since he was 16, and he told us that his father was quite a bad farmer, and the farmer here now at Birchbank wasn't academically, or didn't academically do well at school. I later found out he was dyslexic, but he was determined that he'd make a go of farming, and Birchbank came up for sale when he was only 16. And obviously he went to the bank for a mortgage, and the bank just laughed him out of the bank. The bank manager laughed him out of the bank. But he went to the auction and he bid and he won it. Still didn't know how he was going to get the money. But that night the bank manager rang him up and said, "You bought that land, haven't you?" And he said, "Yes, I have." And the bank manager then said, "We're going to lend you the money. You're obviously determined." And that's how he came to have his farm. And he's made a real success of it. And he's made a bit of money. He's bought more land. That's a success story. He was also telling us that the biggest landowners in the UK these days are the likes of Dyson, Branson, all the big money people. They buy up land, don't manage it, just let it go back to grass or bracken or just wild. Not because they want to rewild it, they just want the land because it's free of inheritance tax. When they pass on and they leave it to their children, grandchildren or whatever, they won't have to pay inheritance tax on it. So it's just a big tax avoidance scheme. The land just goes to rack and ruin, which is frustrating for farmers countrywide.
Young farmers can't get into it.
No, young farmers, as Keith said, can't afford to buy land, can't afford to get started. So frustrations all around, which is very sad. Do you like our new dog leads? Keith made them. We've always wanted climbing rope dog leads, but they are very silly money if you buy them ready-made. So we got some second-hand or pre-used recycled climbing rope from a place in Hathersage in the Peak District, and we bought the carabiners. Keith did some climbing knots on them each end, one for the handles.
Figure of eights at the handles, and just a simple knot, stop knot on the carabiner end. Still need to trim some of these off, but we didn't know exactly whether we were adjusting them yet or not. But
they look good. They look the part.
And we're back at the start at the Giant's grave, and so we're just here. We're just going to go up the road back to the van.
And then we'll get that kettle on. And we're back.